let's get started. Actually, let me take a sip of water before I actually start. Delicious. Okay, I'm playing from this save game, of course. Oh yeah, it's this guy. I missed you. How are you doing, sir? Hold on, can I examine? Oh, I can only talk with you. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, nope. So, Saseki Natsume, I might really quickly go look up who that is. If he's like a fictional detective as well, or what's what. I'm not sure. Saseki Natsume. Because I'm pretty sure I saw something in a post. Look who the fuck showed up. Look at this guy. It's this guy. Hey, it's this guy. It's this fucking guy again.
More.
Have you seen my little fucker?
Hold on, I have not. Usually, yeah.
Okay, so Natsume Soseki, because Yuzaro sent me a thing that included his inclusion, is apparently a Japanese novelist, and his estate just went, yeah, you can make him like this. You can write him like this if you want, Ace Attorney. Which is so funny. Like, so much better than than the holders for, like, Sherlock, the Doyle estate going, I don't think you can do that.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I'm so glad that respecting women is a character trait.
Yes. Hold on, let me...
I see your little fuck.
Yeah, my little fucker. You like my little fucker?
Yeah.
So cute, right? Anyway, we're ready to begin. Saseki Natsume. Saseki Natsume-san? What an unusual name. Do you want to voice him, or should I?
You're not streaming, so I can't.
Oh shit! Oh, I forgot.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm fine if you want to just voice the, I'll just stand here with the commentary.
I'll stream so you can actually be up to date, but you don't have to voice anyone.
Okay.
This'll just be so you know what's going on. Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see, a writer of haiku. It's something of a nom de plume. A nom de plume? You mean an alias? That's right, Naruhodo-san. No, don't be so prosaic. I thought he said Prozac for a second. I love being Prozac.
Don't be so prolapse.
It's much more refined than that. And haiku? That really reminds me of home. Did I hear you say that you were a visiting student sent over here by the government? Yes, that's right. A year ago, I was told to go and study English. First I had to suffer that misery, and now this, it's beyond the pale. Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here? No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course. Oh. But just because the government tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it? No. What do you mean? If they told me to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable.
A fair reaction.
I see. Yeah, me too. Me when I was born. How dare you? Only the other day, I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise words on whitewashy. You must be a man of great standing. Oh yes, so I'm often told. And often like to be told, it seems. The accusation against you. Hello? Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Saseki-san? I didn't do it! I didn't commit that atrocious murder. Murder? Oh, no, it's all right. That woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes. Before your eyes? The game? You mean you saw the attacker? I didn't see anyone. What? If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here? Oh dear, it seems this case is becoming rather complicated. Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? It's the curse of London. It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient. So
me when I'm in London for more than 5 minutes.
me when I'm in. I couldn't come up with a funny joke. Quick. Word.
Me when I see an English person.
Okay, thank you. You saved me. Thank you. And so Saseki-san was there at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker. It's vital that we find out more about the case. Tell me about the case. Hello? It was an accursed evening, just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. I'd been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings. Surely the bookshop wasn't accursed too. As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed on the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet.
I thought it was just all English cooking, so I just continued walking.
I thought she had the eels and gravy, but it turns out no. How terrible. I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard. Wait, what was one of those poses?
Gavin.
One of those poses looked sexy. Slight exaggeration there, perhaps? I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs could carry me back to my accursed lodgings. That's not good. They'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that. Tell me, Saseki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours? Don't be ridiculous. Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English and a young woman at that?
You think I make friends with a white woman? No.
I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people. I see. A young woman unknown to Saseki-san. And at the time it happened. Who else did you see nearby? Did anybody pass you? Regrettably, apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul. No one? Oh, great. So the victim was unknown to you, and there was nobody else on the street at the time. That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it? What conundrum? Hello? What's the conundrum? What do you mean, Suzaru-san? What's the conundrum?
Is there a little problem, officer?
Is there a problem? Do we have a problem here? Well, if what Saseki-san has just told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim. I get these messages, they don't see them.
They don't show? Damn it.
They don't show. They show for me. They don't show because I don't have. It's not screen capture.
Ah.
I mean, you might have seen them.
I saw him, yes.
But they don't because it's only game capture for that one.
So I
it's
can
not
just
screen
constantly
share.
bombard you.
You can see. It's for your enjoyment, I guess.
Yeah, I'll mess you up. I'll be like pee-pee, and they'll never know why you're laughing.
Well, they will hear the Discord they'll probably hear it. Not like the actual mess. They'll hear that I'm being sent stuff.
I mean, I didn't hear the Steam messages on my end.
Oh, maybe they won't. I feel like they will on this end at least. Okay. He says that he didn't know the victim and that there was no one else at the scene. Oh. Then he apparently fled without having been seen. I did! But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit, right? Arr! You! What did you just say? Nothing! I didn't say anything! Oops, perhaps I thought a little too loudly. Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Saseki-san actually come to be arrested? Sorry? He didn't touch the victim, and there's nobody at the scene to see him. Oh, that's smart. Susano's too smart for us. I didn't even think of that. So how did the police...
Assumed it was, and I just assumed it was either a far away eyewitness or area of effect racism.
Yeah, both. I mean, this is London we're talking about. In this particular time, of course. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place? Oh, thank you. Thank you, King. I do need to hydrate.
PP Dwing. PP Dwing. PP Dwing.
A great little sip of water from you to me.
Doug.
I already had my sip.
Don't.
I can't
stop.
chug. No, I can't chug. You need to redeem more hydrates for me to chug. Don't you understand that?
I feel like this is subjective.
I mean, it is my rules. Those are my coins.
Show me the fucking Wowza.
I mean, I could show you, but I mean, I had it, so. But I do have a chocolate milk. My choco milk. I got Fairlife protein thingy. Anyway, I'm gonna continue. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place? Oh yes, she's right. It was him. That accursed great detective. He led the police to me. No. Of all the bad luck. Accursed great detective. Could it be? I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live. With his haughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed busybody, be gone. May you be cursed until the end of your days, Herr Locksholmes.
You see, the thing there is that it's German.
You're stretching. You tell me to stretch. Okay.
Yeah, break your fucking bones.
Okay.
All right, I want to hear one finger crack.
I can't crack my fingers.
Oh, you little sausage fingies who can't be quacked?
Can you hear
little
that?
Pathetic. No, not really.
Can you hear it?
I feel like you're... Yeah, stuff's coming through, but not very distinct.
Well, that's my hand. I was trying to crack my finger. I can't
Let's just break a finger.
Okay. It's broken.
Also,
did I do good?
Yes. Also, the joke is Airlock Stroms is like in Germany, I think.
Yeah.
They do like air as a way of saying sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
I needed to mansplain it to you.
Oh, okay, King. Thank you.
Yeah.
We need that good old fashioned mansplaining. Let's just make this a mansplain stream.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you know where Japan is? I can tell you more about it.
You may not know much about Japan, but it's an island nation. So I feel like you don't understand it. That's my mansplain voice. Okay,
Kitten, you haven't even looked at you haven't even read my 30
My...
message explanation of why anime has that particular scene. Kitten, why
Kitten,
aren't you
you
reading?
haven't read my manifesto on why My Little Pony is actually for men.
And
Anyway,
only men.
and only men. I knew it. Mr. Sholmes. Hairlock Sholmes. Let's talk about him. Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure. It was the morning after that nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They started shouting at me, "This is the police! Put the weapon down!" Yes, it was a thin sliver, and yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon. Disgusting, dietary, discriminatory devils. You clearly had a trying morning yesterday. Man, don't you hate when you're eating hard cheese and you get implicated in a murder you didn't commit? And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Hairlock Sholmes. It's actually just Herlock Sholmes. He's English. I've since found out that he's a famous name in detection here in London. Yes, the great detective is really very well known. And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman. Me, this weak, stupid kitten of a man. Or stooped kitten of a man. I wonder what great deduction process led him to his conclusion this time. Do you mean to say that Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable. Well, the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in. Of course you were. That's only natural. I was terrified, trembling, and they... Oh, what happened to my screen? Oh.
Me when I don't have my fucking juice?
Something just happened to my screen. Did it stop? Anyway, I need to fix that. What the fuck? Is that allowed? My computer did a bad for a second. Let me put my dual monitor just stopped working and now it's back up. I do not know what happened. I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Fiendish foreign flimflammery. Well, we are in England. Can't really blame them for questioning you in English. Good point. But my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, "Yes, I do," and "I'm fine." The next thing I knew, I was in manacles, and before I knew it, I was thrown in here. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's hardly surprising. I'm fine? He's not fine now. Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo, and when we're speaking English, a simple Mr. is more than enough. Oh, yes, all right, yes, they've really got me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you? Well, Why is it so hard to say yes to me? Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself. on a study tour. A student? I've defended a case in the Old Bailey. Only the one, though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means. Oh, Naruhodo-san. I'm not even the foreign student who is supposed to be here. I'm a sort of locum lawyer, I suppose. I don't know what that means. But that armband, that's the mark of a defense lawyer from our great empire. It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my historical best friend. A keepsake? I know exactly what they're saying about me. Oh, who do you mean? The lawyers, all the British defense lawyers, they won't defend me. Goodness, why do you say that? For the same reason as you noted before, when it happened. There was only the victim and myself around, and I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit. It must be very hard for you, Saseki-san. And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, somebody not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before, in my earshot, without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said.
A gamer approaches.
Of course the
this
foreigner
hall.
did it. Ooh, Zoro. Hi. Did you hear about the silly little man?
I think he did.
You're a little quiet for me. Let me...
Here, does this help?
Yeah,
Yeah,
helps a
that
little
works.
bit. I'm just gonna... Okay, are you... Do you want to voice the silly little man?
Show me the man.
This is the man.
He
It's
may not look
Saseki
silly right
Natsume, but he's super silly.
Where's
He's
he
called-
supposed to be from?
Japan.
He's Japanese. He's Saseki Natsume. Remember the post you sent me? Where he's the writer, whose estate gave the Ace Attorney games, like, full raid to make them however they wanted to. So he's absolutely fucking wild. It's great.
Let me get a handle on his personality before I get him a voice.
Okay, I'll continue voicing him then until then. They even had the gall to say, the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway. That's awful. They're wrong. I studied more English than half of the policemen out there on the streets. I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through. So, Seki-san, it's just that... Give me a little more time, please. I'll do what I can, for the time being. What do you mean? We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure. Oh yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for. Wait, can I converse with him one more time? I'll just, well, you'll see. He does lots of poses.
Like shows. That's clever.
Yeah, it's what everyone thinks. Hey, let me present you, my own band. Oh, wait. I can't present people. I gotta go find Herlock Sholmes and beat the shit out of him. That's my goal today. 19th February, Briar Road. Let me have a sip of my chalky milk. So this is where it happened. Briar Road.
I haven't had chocolate milk in years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so
Oman-
I
sad.
used to drink it all the time when I was a kid. It would be... I didn't eat much as a kid, so to make sure I was getting my nutrition, my mom would mix up Carnation instant breakfast in warm chocolate milk, and that would essentially be my breakfast.
Holy shit, that's decadent though.
I had
That's decadence.
I just finished a box of Venezuelan powdered chocolate, which is called Toddy, and it's good, but the thing is that it's impossible to really mix in all the way. Like
You don't like the clumps?
It is, but it's not even like it's not even like Nesquik. You can get it to where it's 100% in, and Toddy, it's like if you're using your hands, you have to accept that eventually at some point there's a top layer of powder that you will go through.
I'm all
And
about
it's
the
really
clumps.
good. Don't get me wrong.
I'm all about those. It's my favorite
Yeah, I
part
know
of
you are.
those instant. Oh my god! Don't be mean to me.
But in Oman, they have a strawberry milk from one of the local from one of like a Middle Eastern grocery store, and it's mainly just water with strawberry sugar, and the slight taste of the milk, but it's so fucking good that literally both my dad and I just destroy it whenever we buy it. It's like, all right, we had it for one meal and we just absolutely chugged until we couldn't stop.
That was like my sister and I with like the Horizon. I almost said Horizon Zero Dawn milk. It's like the Horizon milk.
Yeah, I love game milk.
I love gamer milk. The
It's
chocolate milks
milk
that
from from a robot cow.
Yes. No, it's the ones that if you go to Starbucks and they have the chocolate milk, it's those ones that you can get like in the fridge section. We used to fucking chow down on those. It was a fucking treat. Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo. Look at the regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable. The men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak. That is their job, you know. But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes. They're often depicted in the adventure of Herlock Sholmes, but I never dreamt I'd come this close. To a real Bobby's helmet. What? The helmet? She's just about the helmet. Haha, of course, I have to try one on one day. Well, I hope your hatty dreams come true. Oh, it's him again. Oh, hello, sir. Anybody want to voice him, or should I?
What's all the Japanese delegation doing here?
Amazing. Incredible. Oh, Inspector Gregson.
Give me a second to change from push to talk to normal.
Okay. Let me have my chalky milk in the meantime. I used to actually...
This isn't some tourist trail, I'm fairly sure you're aware.
I love this. Yes, of course. We're here to investigate.
So you've been to the auditors then? What'd you make of the criminal?
He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect.
We'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Wow.
Wow. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Well, do what you will. It doesn't bother me. What do you hear that bothers me? I don't get my tea up my court. The book to the court tomorrow, whatever.
Warden, what did you say?
Huh? I said the book to the court tomorrow.
No, did you say? Hey, did I mishear? Hey, Yuzaro, did you also hear tea up my cock?
Not paying attention. Kind of whenever Warden does a voice like this, where it's just like, just mumbling, British mumbling, I kind of tune out.
Yeah, that's what happens
so
when I hear British
anything,
people.
And I wouldn't hear it.
But
that's what.
But did you
that's
say?
what it's called. Warden,
you have to,
keeps it all fresh and clean.
Warden, you have to tell me if you said tea up my cock.
That sounds like sort of a they said, he said bullshit.
Oh my god. The stone cold air of rejection. Oh, why am I in evidence? I just got distracted.
Just examine evidence to ignore it.
Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone cold air. That makes it worse somehow. Was that the air? Let's converse. I hear a little shifting. A little shifty wifty. Let's get swifty like fucking Rick at this
Might be
and
me
Mordecus.
holding my microphone because I have to.
It may be that. Scotland Yard. Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about it in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place.
The Yard is the most sophisticated policing organization you'll find anywhere in the world.
Oh, and you know I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet. It does make them look the part, seeing that policeman there with the helmet on. You certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his I think he looks kind of silly. I don't agree with Ryunosuke. I think it looks silly. I think that's silly Billy. Oh yes, doesn't he look wonderful?
But London Bobby is hard going, I can tell you.
Oh really?
I'm so desperate of wanting to try to do a Scottish accent, yet so utterly understanding that I cannot do a Scottish accent.
Yeah. And when you tried to, you just did. You just fucking
What if
did.
you could change
What
your
if
fate?
you could change your fate? Just that.
First thing in the morning, you know what he does? Goes around and rouses all the laborers on the street so they can get off to work.
That's not so bad. What? He wakes people up?
Yep, raps on the windows with a long pole. Did it myself going back a bit. Wow.
Wait,
fucking
what?
cap. He said that one of the cops there goes around and wakes people up to make sure they go to work.
Oh my goodness. I had no idea.
He tickles their nuts a little, keep it all fresh. It's just another one of his duties.
What?
Huh?
What?
What?
What? Tickles his nuts a little? What are you talking
I said
about?
keeps it all fresh.
Okay. Continue.
Cesaro, what did you hear?
Once again, I mean, here's the thing. Even when I'm actively listening, it's hard for me to understand what you're saying when you mumble like that.
Exactly. You see? Who knows what I'm even saying? I don't. Anyway, let's keep going.
Now that I believe.
This is so tragic. Hold on, let me make sure my kebabs are small.
Your what?
My kebabs.
Your kebabs?
My
You fucking holding out on me? You got
My
kebabs?
kebabs? I got my kebabs.
I need to check your. Is this like a?
No, my stream's good now. I'll just if
Hold on. Let me reload your player, by the way, just to make sure that it is. Okay, yeah, your stuff's going good.
Yeah. Actually, let me make sure my phone is on airplane mode, just in case. Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Are you gonna continue?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about. I was gonna look at trying to order food at some point.
Oh, if you want to do that right now, I can take over for a second. Or you
Sure.
Zoro
But
can
hold on, let me
if
give
he
you-
wants.
Yeah, I could also do this. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long.
I love that. He sounds
I
so
have to-
cute.
He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's regulation distance.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying I was gonna have to turn down my volume.
You have to turn down your volume when you hear him go, woo woo.
Yeah, it gets Cesaro all ready.
All double dipped and ready to be
All
fried.
right, you take over now while I go look for food. Do you guys think I should get Mediterranean?
Well, you mentioned
Follow your
kebabs.
heart.
Follow your heart. That actually sounds good. You should do that.
My heart demands that I just never stop eating spaghetti
Oh,
at all
well,
times of the day.
it's pretty poggers of you. Anyway, I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way. Let me see. 20 miles. That's approximately the distance of Tokyo to Yokohama. On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far. Do you want to voice him, Yuzaro, for the time being?
When it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps.
Oh my. And I suppose in between all of those duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well? And chase after criminals trying to evade the law.
I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly, more alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men killing over from time to time, I admit.
I'd always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't want to fucking die. Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do. About the case. Hello? Can you tell us about the case? Bobby's helmets are stapled to their heads. That's true. It's their skin. It's their fucking skin. Dude, that's their skin.
It's like in the Tripods books. Is that what those books were called? Tripods?
I don't
You know, not War of the Worlds. That's a different thing. But like those big aliens and tripods take over Earth, and everybody at a certain age, like 15 or so, I don't know, like mid-teenager, has to get
Ender's
like
Game?
an implant or something that like inhibits their emotions and makes them more
Oh,
playable.
oh no, that's not the Giver.
Also,
Also, hey, can we just say the Giver fucked me up? It made
Man,
me
the
not want to
Giving Tree
take.
got-
Hey, the Giver made
Man,
me
this
not
Giving
want to
Tree
take my
series
meds.
equals a little fuck.
The Giver is a bad book to give to children because I needed my antidepressants, and that book told me I shouldn't take them. Fuck the Giver.
I have to look this up because I don't know what this is.
Okay, you have to tell me, because we all we all shot out guesses, but I don't think we hit the nail on the head or the hat on the head. So, who wants to read Gregson? Are you back, Wardo?
No, I'm ordering my little snack.
Okay, I'll do it. It happened around 5 in the evening 2 days ago, just there on that open bit of pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind. Is it right that the lady is still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated in a hospital. I never said that she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes round pretty smart-ish, we won't be able to figure out much about her at all. I suppose that means we haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course.
She's an untapped fucked machine.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. You can take a look at it if you want. Really? Are you sure? It's your policy to give lawyers, defendants, suspects the odd bit of information to go on. I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept. The local map has been entered in the court record. Anyway, as far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So who did it? Who do you think? Not much of a head scratcher, is it? Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming not to have seen anyone else around, but just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present. I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure. How? Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed. What? We have two very reliable witnesses, no less. Ah. It was a typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see them. There are witnesses now? I don't believe that. Who are the witnesses? Hello? Hello, who's the witness? Who are these witnesses, Inspector? A fellow and his wife. And the man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens in all of London. And whenever you guys are back, if you want to take over, you can. Just let me know.
Yeah, sure, I'll do it. I thought Warden was doing it, but
Yeah, Warden's still... He's got to decide on the
I'm ordering
meats.
my fucking food.
He's hungry.
he's a cop of Scotland Yard.
A policeman? That might change things. He did it. Obviously, he did it. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked.
Nothing peculiar about that, ma'am. Part and parcel of being a bobby. Catching them banging the act and all that.
Bang. Do you think it might be possible for us to ask that policeman a few questions?
Right, just be my guest. You can ask him what you like in court tomorrow.
Oh,
I've no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness. So, that'll give you something to look forward to.
that's not how it's supposed to work. That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. Feels like obstruction.
Hat. Is that his wallet or?
His hat? Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
he
mean
had
to
like
do
a
that.
thing strap, like his hat strap thing.
Oh, I'll have to see that. A policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed. I'll check when we see you, Sprite. Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me of that too. Oh, that might be his... Oh, I think that's his notepad. Oh, yes. One more thing, Inspector.
What?
The up close and personal what? The person who led you to the suspect. Oh, you think it's a card? Warden thinks it's a card. I think it's his notepad. I hear that it was Mr. Sherlock
card.
Sholmes. It's a very
the only
thick card.
safe place to keep my Black Lotus.
Oh my god. That joke still gets me. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What are you bringing him up for?
Yeah, it's his notepad.
Okay, yeah.
Was it something I said? The colors drained from his cheeks. Hey, which should we go with? Tomorrow's trial or Mr. Sholmes? Order doesn't really matter.
If you get both of them, let's go with Mr. Sholmes.
Yeah.
Where did you hear that name?
Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsume who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. I'm sure it was the result of one of Mr. Sholmes' inspirational great deductions.
That.
Ah!
What's your language?
Yeah, what's your fucking language?
The man's an amateur, and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere.
Oh.
I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime, wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the case.
Yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he? He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he?
Gibble gabble.
Watch your language, seriously. In front of Susanoo? Ah!
Ever seen this before?
Oh, yes, that's Rain's magazine. The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Herlock Sholmes appears.
Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in its story. And the so-called Great Detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the Yard, it's a misadventure to be included in any Sherlock Holmes tale at all.
Well, I suppose there is an element of that.
We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be frumped by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective.
I mean, ACAB, so what? So what? Do I care?
Yeah, maybe be better at your jobs.
Yeah.
The man's as dangerous to us as Scotland Yard as he is to all our criminals.
That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Clearly, the great detective and the policeman have a complex relationship. So tomorrow's trial? Can you tell me about tomorrow's trial, please?
That twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. Are you gonna defend him or not?
Well,
Makes no difference to me, but I will just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a barge pole.
because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean? That Castlevania motherfucker?
There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying. It is all a bit strange, though.
Sorry?
The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now.
Yes, we did hear something to that effect.
And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum, the master criminals, the violent ones.
Master criminals? The violent ones?
That's right. He handpicks his victims, only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins.
But Mr. Natsume wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely.
It's just my point, Sunshine.
You
Yes,
think I'm
the young woman
Sunshine?
was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. So this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a better phrase.
Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it?
To be more to it. Some reason he's taken an interest.
Oh no, it's us again. Oh no, every ace attorney is like, hey, the prosecution fucking hates you. Except for one. Not one the game, but like, Clavier, he's just nice. He's just a little fruity fella who just likes the defense attorney. But yeah, I think we got an enemy now. That's pretty pog. Really? What sort of reason, Inspector?
I can tell one on the side of the head of that Lord of Darkness. You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial.
Are we really going to have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he... Warden just sent me a message through Steam that says, I love kissing men. The Lord of
No
Darkness,
proof.
as you put... Oh, I thought everyone should know.
Boy,
It's pretty powerful. Well,
you tongue a guy or two, and then suddenly that's your entire personality.
yeah. I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective.
You didn't see him, Yuzaro, when this asshole was just eating fucking fish and chips?
Yeah.
And then
Eternally.
just infinite, like, it's that infinite chocolate trick.
Oh, love infinite chocolate. Oh, did you guys even see, oh my god, I don't know which of you saw the fucking Castlevania motherfucker stomping around the courtroom. I hope we get to that so you guys can see that. It's beautiful. It's
Can I call
gorgeous.
dibs on voicing him?
Sure. You just gotta make him sound sexy. That's a
Okay, I
requirement.
got it.
Okay, okay. Now you're gonna do in a woo voice. I fucking know you. You're gonna make the silliest
No,
voice.
I'll make it sound like
It's gonna be
this.
goofy.
I'll make it sound like this. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
Okay, that's perfect actually. Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion? Oh yes, what is it? Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this. By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Exactly. Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, oh, that's wrong voice. Well, Mr. Natsume did blame Sholmes for all this, didn't he? Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again. The trouble is, we have no idea of the man's address even. It's Baker Street! Oh, is she about to Susanoo take down us? How did you know that? It's in the stories, of course. He doxed himself. 221B Baker Street, the most famous address in the world. Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. We better try to find our way there before Susanoo-san gets any more excited and unpredictable. Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage! So we're going to have a reunion already. With the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Okay. Hey, did you know I'm a freaking attorney? No, I'm not presenting that. I love that joke though.
I am. Did you know that I am the law?
Yeah, I'm the what? Did you know that? Okay, look at this. Hello? Hee hee, what a delightful snowman. I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. Looks a little creepy though. Oh, it has a scarf, look! You'd need one if you were out in the freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one. I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment too. We certainly can't afford a scarf. Surely the snowman here would miss his. But the person who made this snowman certainly would. Yes, I know. You're right. Anyway, even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow. That's... Hello?
Amazing.
Horsey? Oh, that's the Scotland Yard carriage. I'm not talking about the carriage. I want the horse. They use vehicles like these to rush to crime scenes and cart away criminals. You're very well informed, aren't you? It's long been a dream of mine to ride one of those through the streets of London. Well, just pick up a
go
stone.
around shooting.
Yeah, yeah, just pick up a
Blah,
stone
blah.
and throw it at one of the windows then. But that would mean being arrested in order to ride it. Wouldn't it? Still, if it's the only way, help me find a good stone. No, I wasn't serious. Susanoo, ready to do crime. Love my daughter. A new location has been added. Oh shit, it's Mr. Sholmes' suite. Hello? Oh, cutscene.
Have you noticed that whenever they sell cooling pad? Oh,
Thank you very much. It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day.
you see, that's exactly what I sound like when I voice.
Yeah, good day.
It's all in the street, in it.
This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
I love how this makes Ryunosuke a manlet. He's so
He was
tiny. Or it makes Susanoo really tall. Okay.
What if Fat Man was a
19th February. Damn bitch, you live like this? Mr. Sholm's suite. So this is where the great detective makes his living. It
Top
feels
10
surreal.
fire physics I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, look at those! Look at that fire!
I think they ripped that straight out of a PS2.
They're doing their best. It feels surreal to be here somehow. Is it as described in the stories, Miss Susato?
He's about to fuck it first.
Susato-san? Many famous cases have been solved here in this very room. Oh, I suppose they must have been, yes. Never read the story, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be. The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it, the romanticism. Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, I suppose I can, yes. So, if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please, don't mind me. She's obsessed.
I'm gonna smell this room.
Well, it looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. Excuse me, is anybody home? What's your...
Oh, do we have a visitor?
Baby!
Hello. Is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes?
Baby! Hello? Wait, aren't you?
Oh, how rude of me. I'll go and make some tea at once.
We love Baby. I'm sure it's the same girl. Miss Usato, did you see the girl who was just here?
Did you see that steampunk baby?
Did you see Steampunk Baby?
Did you see the gnome?
Yeah, did you see?
Did you see the World of Warcraft ass gnome that was just in front of us?
Oh yes, isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case. The King of Bowaria?
Boheria.
King Wilhelm, that was...
King Wilhelm Gottschalk Sigismund von Orstein, of course.
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there! Baby!
The tea's brewed, and I've a freshly baked cake as well.
Oh, is this her
I'm a
theme?
little child laborer.
Ah, it's you! I knew it. Oh,
Please
she's...
don't put me up the chimney.
Warden, you weren't here, but this baby threatened a woman with a gun.
I killed and I'll kill again.
She used gun threat. I knew it. Susato-san recognizes her too. Is it gonna show her threatening with the gun?
Ah, there you are. And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
It's the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilda's trial in the defendant's antechamber.
I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Poor you, having to get straight to work when you only just arrived in London. You haven't even tried our famous piss gruel.
Oh yes, it was challenging, and I was really excited to try that piss gruel.
It's made from, well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know.
Oh, thank you. Is he supposed to look that color? Oh my, what a fragrant yet mellow flavor. No!
Hooray, it's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see? And just a good old pinch of cocaine.
Oh,
You must be
perfect.
exhausted after your long voyage here, and you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're to defend a Japanese man. I do wish you lots and lots of luck. This system is extremely racist. And guess what? It's going to continue being so.
Did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us by any chance?
Oh, you know Hurley, do you?
Hurley? Mr. Sholmes to you, surely.
The butler of Baker Street.
Mr. Sholmes is a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see.
Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'll kill him. I'm afraid old Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he's just returned from overseas. It's just like he always said. On the street, there's always some meat to be beat.
Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, do you think? And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Sholmes' suite?
Oh, silly me. I've introduced myself, have I?
I'm a steampunk baby.
It's a great pleasure to meet you. My name is Iris Wilson. Ah, there we go. It's Wilson. It's Watson.
Yeah. Ah, Iris, is it? What a lovely name! What? What's the matter? No, wait. This can't be. Did you say that you're...
Zara's chewing a little.
Oh, you
Oh,
Zara
sorry.
have your little snack. Don't let Warden
Yeah, chew
stop
louder,
you.
King.
Don't let Warden stop
Hey,
you. Have your
Add
snack.
some noises.
Yeah, I want that. I'm not lying and I'm not being
ASMR.
facetious. ASMR. Did you say that your name is Wilson? What's the matter with Susato-san? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden?
Yes, that's right. And what are your names?
Hold on, let me just check the court record. How old is this baby? Oop, wrong thing.
You're just a little silly
You love
slut.
that armband.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's 10.
She's
Look at this
fucking 10.
baby.
She has a degree in medicine.
Holy shit.
Well, this was back then. A lot of it was just like add cocaine to it.
Oh
and if
my
that
god.
doesn't work, they're fucked.
I love that. I'm so obsessed.
Yes, that's right. And what are your names?
Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan. Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. It's wonderful to meet you.
Lovely. Susie and Runo. Got it. Susie and Naruto. Got it.
Susie? And Runo? There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I mean, she has a degree in medicine. I have so many questions for her, I don't know where to start. Yes, and so do I. Hello. Can I present people to you? No, I can't. I'm just gonna ask you about yourself. Okay, here we go. It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey.
That's why you were ever so helpful. Thank you so much.
Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. Though at the time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. Uh-oh.
Like this, motherfucker?
A gulp?
Reach for the fucking sky, bitch.
Thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you? Oh yes, that awkward witness, Gina Lestrade.
Oh, Ginny? She's a professional pickpocket.
So we found out.
It was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that. That makes her lose a toe.
Are you referring to the trial-disrupting gun-like contraption?
Exactly. So I followed her, you see, to get it back. Hold on. How do I do a Peppa Pig?
Susie, can you whistle?
Susie, perhaps I should be thinking about fixing a self-destruct mechanism in my invention.
This girl is dangerous.
Anyway. Fuck. Susie, anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that. Susie, because she could apologize to my trusty technician.
Sorry, your technician?
Bucks McCracken. Hurley, of course, City.
Hurley?
Oh. Yes, Herlock. Herlock Sholmes, we live here together.
I had no idea the great detective had such an interesting young daughter.
Daughter? Not likely.
What?
I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? Susie?
Well then. Like, how
Hurley.
are you here?
Susie, well, I expect you found that the lodgings of any kind of London are very expensive. So the solution is share the cost with a partner.
Oh
A
my
roommate.
god. This is like the fucking funniest way of saying, no, he's not my dad, whereas he goes, yes, I am her dad. Your roommate? How are you charging a 10-year-old rent?
It's England. It's London, England, love. They
hope
do
you-
all sorts of bad shit here.
I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you?
10 and west this year.
Well, what are your mother and father?
Oh no, they're not around. I killed them myself.
Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there. Wilson? What's Wilson mean? Oh yes, there's something I must ask you.
Go ahead,
Susie!
Susie. Susie. I cannot. I think you're gonna have to take a go. I cannot. It sounds like I'm on crack.
You want me to take over?
Yeah, and then we'll also gonna be eating food soon. So
Oh, okay.
it's probably
I'm-
best if you hop in right now.
Okay, I got you. I'm a very great fan of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes and... Oh, you have a copy of Rant's magazine? Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is so exciting! My stories are being read on the other side of the world. My stories? That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard of them, don't you think? Goodness. Last night, he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. So I was just in the middle of typing up a manuscript for the next issue before you came. So you are the author? Yes, I'll let you in on a secret if you like. I'm going to call the latest adventure The Speckled Band. The Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar. Of course, I always change one or two details in the stories, here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually. Yes, and of course I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think. Don't you? So, do you mean to say, are these stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Rant's magazine all written by me? Yes, on my wonderful and very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson. Suzato-san's getting more and more worked up. Yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about the doctor of medicine part? That's all true too. I'm a doctor of medicine. No, at 10 years old? At 10 years old. Well, that's quite incredible. But, Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Yes. I did alter the setting slightly for the stories to be more compelling. Oh. Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow. I suppose it does, yes. Poor Suzato-san. She looks like her whole world is just falling apart. This voice is actually hard for me too. I'm like, oh no, my Peppa Pig adjacent. About before. Yes, what's on your mind, Runo? Do tell me. How did you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London, I mean? What's up, Yuzaro?
I just thought Bruno was a funny name for him.
Yeah. Bruno. Do you remember Bruno's? Wait, when did you come to Alabama? Probably too late for Bruno's.
I think it was in 2004 because I remember watching George W. Bush get reelected.
Maybe you did see Bruno. I feel like you would have seen Bruno's. Well, maybe you didn't have one. I don't know. Anyway.
What are you guys talking about?
Fucking grocery stores.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
Did you know? Is Bruno's better than Publix?
I mean, I remember really liking it, but Publix is a shit, and you can't say shit.
I can. I've
Oh.
experienced it. I suffer. Anyway, I'm gonna eat now, so I won't be talking for a good while.
Okay, enjoy food. Consume it.
All right, I love you both.
I love you. Yes. Oh, and now we have a difficult trial tomorrow.
Zoro, say you love
Don't hold Yuzaro at gunpoint.
Zoro.
Wait, what?
Say you love me, Zoro. Sequel says they love me. All right, that's good. Bye.
Yuzaro, I have never heard that tenor and tone from you before.
Like this?
Oh my god! That's terrifying. Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know of that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course, I'd be delighted. Although there's no mystery. Now, let's begin. Ooh, oh my gosh, baby. Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. She's so...
Facts
baby.
and Logic YouTuber.
Facts and Logic. Oh my god, I love her. First of all, I already knew you were a lawyer, Runo. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber. But you also said that we'd only just arrived in London. How did you know that? I observed a passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Oh. So I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that... Oh my god, it's a Castlevania motherfucker again. You accepted a challenge against that particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs. The Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you? Earlier today. Ah. They use those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see. I didn't realize. And a red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So, that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus McGilded, the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particular sad expression on your face, so I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case. I see. But how could you have known that the trial's tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him. He told me that he caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling. A Japanese man? Well, clearly that must have been Mr. Natsume. Now, Runo has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both had come from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. How is she so much smarter than Herlock Sholmes? This 10-year-old, this little baby. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his notes with a knife, you know. He's silly. And that's all there was to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
For more logic and deductions. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct? They were spot on. That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. You even managed to certain something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery. Oh well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. This is really very good news. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Please. Can you tell us about the case? Hold on, I gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Japanese man. So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying? I'm actually gonna ask my mom what dinner stuff. Actually, no, I won't. No, I won't. If she asks me about food, I'll get it, but... Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after a sea voyage. But the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene. Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems. Apparently, a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene. A short, shifty-looking, stooped man? Mr. Natsume, beyond any doubt. Saseki-san said he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. But it seems there are witnesses after all. Hurley used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went there directly with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man shivering in fear. Mr. Sholmes' great deduction certainly hit the mark that time. Of course it did. He's a great detective. Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it? Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime. Oh. Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently. Oh dear, I hadn't realized the situation was so dire. That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the very first suspicious person. Ooh, Peppa Pig accent is losing. That's terrible. I suppose it's the harsh I suppose it's the I skipped it. I suppose it's the harsh reality of the working of the world's greatest justice system. I suppose it is, but in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Saseki-san. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative. Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun. Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about the case as well. Ah, well, I expect Hurley's still investigating the scene. Of the case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean? Yes, Mr. Natsume. Mr. Nuts? Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there. Iris, do you know where these lodgings are? Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson while you were there? Yes, we know Inspector Gregson. Ah, goody. In that case, give Gregsy this from me, will you? Is that money? If you do, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know. What is this? A 5-shilling piece and a postcard, it seems. Oh, we're bribing him? Oh my god, we're bribing him. It reads, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it? Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try.
Wait, is it addressed from Iris, or does it just...
It's like, I guess it just has the... Hold on. I guess it... I mean, it has the 221B Baker Street. Oh, it's from Iris!
Yeah, okay.
Oh, he's so cute.
Okay, because I was thinking, if we just walk up to a cop and say, like, hey, here's 5 shillings and a note that says, tell us everything.
Tell us everything you know, please.
Like...
Yeah, like, and we do, like, we have a cute little postcard from well, it's from 221B, and then we have the absolute cutest. Why are they... So, we're just doing bribery. That's cool. Good luck, then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. And I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back soon. We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Ooh. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime. Okie dokie, we're going back. So, somewhat dubious that they would exert influence over the men at Scotland Yard at all. We headed back to the scene with Iris's curious note in one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand. We were just like, cool. Bribery to be continued. Now I will text my mom and I will ask about food. Are you going to have to do a little save? Of course.
Go ahead.
I did a little save. We're doing a little save. We're going to do a little save. Are you excited for a save? Double save.
I was gonna make rice for dinner tonight, but I ended up making this popcorn, and I don't know. This is gonna be enough. I mean, I'm just...
Sometimes, like, popcorn is enough. Sometimes that is a meal.
You get popcorn is one of those things where you just think, oh yeah, this isn't gonna fill me up, and then it does.
Yeah, it's definitely...
It's something you expect to be really light, like chips or something. But yeah.
Yeah, you expect it not to be as hearty as it is, but it does. Like, if you are like hungry but not too hungry, that's like the perfect meal. Like, when I've had trouble eating, popcorn gets me filled the fuck up. I'm gonna ask my mom if she wants to order tacos. I know that's a lot to ask, but I ask. 19th February, 2:38 p.m., Briar Road. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at the silver tip Iris gave us for him. Oh, there he is. Hi, sir. Do you want this? Do you want this? Also, can I look? Are they gonna comment on this? This is a 5-shilling piece, isn't it? I believe it's called a crown. Yes, and you can train a Scotland Yard detective to do whatever you want with just a single one. Iris must be the most powerful 10-year-old in the world. I think she is. She's steampunk baby. How much is 5 shillings, by the way? What's it really worth? Well, it's probably enough to buy all the chips the inspector could possibly eat in a whole month. That's greasy. Let's look at her very nice handwriting. Iris's little handwriting is adorable, isn't it? Yeah. Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Ooh.
Understand why, like, paper money is what we use, but I don't know. I just really like coins.
Ooh, I do love coins. I do love the feeling of a coin.
Yeah.
Like a dollar coin. That shit fucks. That
Paying for
slaps.
something with a coin feels way better than paying for something with a bill.
It makes me feel special. It makes me feel like, hello, I'm an old-timey merchant, and I'm coming to perceive your ways. Here's my dollar coin. It's a feeling. It's a true feeling. We need more of it.
Yeah, there's probably very good reasons why we switched to paper bills, but
Yeah, but I mean, we could always, I don't know, we could just have wooden coins. Even that would be different for me. Well, actually, I guess that's hard to...
very durable. I think the simple fact that they're made out of limited material like metal
Mm-hmm.
is part of the reason why
Probably switched, yeah.
it's like as the value of as the value of the actual currency changes, what it's made out of should, like, you know, like old pennies that have more copper than modern ones are actually worth more than a penny just in materials alone.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, what's that video said? It's like, how much more is it? It's like literally like, isn't it 1 cent more? Or like a couple of cents more?
I don't remember. I don't
Yeah.
know the detail. I just knew that the value of the copper is worth more than a penny.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I might take a break, not now, but a very quick break in the middle of this to pick up my food at some point.
Right.
So, yes, the handwriting might be adorable, but the message is ominous. There's no room for sentiment there. I'm sure it's simple the way you're interpreting it, Mr. It's simply the way you're interpreting it, Mr. Naruhodo. Anyway, I do hope the inspector will tell us what we need to know when he reads it. You don't think it would just make him munch piping hot chips until steam comes out of his ears, do you? Well, that wouldn't be an entirely terrible outcome. Okie dokie. Hi, can we bribe you? Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment?
I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure.
What's your fucking language? Gadabout? Gadaboo? Bada bing, bada boom. We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson.
Hey, from her ladyship,
Her ladyship?
give that here, at once! Come on, hand it over, that's for me!
Ah, don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? Oh. What was that coin exactly?
It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's an appearance fee, that's what it is.
An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean...
That's right, for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, okay. So it's not quite straight up bribery.
Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me. Every time.
Yes, yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly.
Of course, her using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still.
I am sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you.
Never you mind that. So, what did you want to know then?
Sorry?
Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
Ah, the little knife-wielding mustache Japanese fellow. He lives in a right old home. It's just over there. Look. The first floor of that house on the corner where that wreck of a bicycle's propped up.
That is a fucked up bike. That is nearby indeed. How does that even turn? Hey, you're the
don't
bike
think it
expert. You don't think it does? It's for show.
If I remember rightly, the landlord is Mr. John Garrideb. I just think it's busted.
It's just fucked up. I tried to see if it was something backwards. Sorry.
If you see her again, make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it! You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes.
Why does this make this makes it sound like Iris Wilson is kind of like a a fucking mob boss. Don't worry, Inspector, we will.
Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship.
Jeez, it really does seem like she's like in control. She's the puppet master. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yes, so then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Definitely. Can I move in? Hello? A new location has been added. I'll play for like a couple more minutes and then I have to go pick up my food and then I'll be right back. So.
Okay.
Oh, hello. 19th February, Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ooh. You want a voicer?
You want me to do that?
Yes, please.
May I help you?
Ah, yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garrideb?
Indeed it would, sir. And whom I say is calling?
My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Saseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here? I love that little look. She's so cute. We'd very much like to ask him some questions about our client. She's so cute.
One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garrideb.
Did you see that, Miss Susano? That was a real-life English maid. Is this suddenly Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid shit over here? A reference that everyone will surely get and understand? I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society...
You want to take that again?
As I understand, anyone in English society, number, household...
Okay, never mind.
I know, as a member... now I'm actually messing up. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. It certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler, and the experience will be complete. Did somebody say butler? That would have been a funny moment. I missed it. Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. She's so cute.
Thank you for waiting. Mr. Gardev will see you now. This way.
Oh.
Oh, look at this!
This
Look at this Mac Tonight looking motherfucker!
This guy's shaped like the DreamWorks logo. This fucker. I love her though. She looks so cute. Like, look at that. Perfect shapes. So round. Let's look at this. The uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it? It's clearly been well looked after, though. That old thing? Huh, not much better than rags, really.
Can I do him?
Sure.
I think I might.
Oh?
Wore that ceremonial garb at my retirement bash, you know. But I'm not one for dwelling on the past, me. Would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Anyway, it doesn't hurt to have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it?
That's so gross what he's doing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so gross.
You're spilling fucking tobacco,
into your
half-burnt
tea.
tobacco into your tea.
Oh my god. Oh, gross. Well, he likes his tea chunky, obviously, with little Tabasco chunks. Tabasco?
I put that shit on everything.
Dude, don't put that in my pipes, in my tea. Me too. I also put my Tabasco in my tobacco. Anyway, I gotta go pick up my food, so we're gonna take a quick
Alright.
break. You do what you want to do. I will be back at a certain point. I'm gonna put it in emote only mode for chat, just in case. And I will be back eventually. Let's see. You've already dealt with two very suspicious pockets of individuals, policemen, and landlords. Truly. Oh my gosh, why is this wet? Well, something is wet. You ever think about that before?
What is it? Hold on.
Also, Yuzaro, let me know. I'm
Okay.
if I end up saying some random shit, I'm just like making up little fucker lore.
Alright.
So
Anyway,
yeah.
I am ready.
Woo.
Sorry about that.
That's no problem.
Was that you just restarting the stream? Just with that boop?
With what?
The boop? The
Whoop. Whoop. I mean, if I made that sound, I don't know. I think I just made it. Maybe I was like being like, ooh.
I'm just trying to figure out if I just kicked our return to the stream off with me loudly coughing into my microphone.
Oh no. You're good. You wanna continue?
Oh. Yeah, I mean I already did this line.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember. I got bad memory. Oh, I see. Perhaps we should leave the past in the past. Okie dokie. Yeah. Let's just, I guess I have to examine them. What's this? This is very odd. Why is this carpet torn the fuck up? Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely. Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder? I'm going to have a very quick look. Just a little peek.
It's
Maybe let's not, Miss Uzato. I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of tea. She's so cute. I love the design so much. It's so adorable.
What's that little rolled up thing on the floor right by the screen, though?
That's what I'm looking at. Because also, look at this carpet. It's like torn the fuck up.
It doesn't look like you can... Okay,
It's-
I guess it's not something you can actually interact with.
Oh, wait. I gotta remember my other stuff. Maybe I can? Nope. Ooh, they got treats. Oh my god, this is also torn the fuck up. What the hell is happening? Look at this crockery on display. It's rather unusual, isn't it? It's broken as shit. Oh my, a genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful?
Sada's just full-on tourist mode, isn't it?
Yeah, although the shelves seem to be broken and the crockery is... Oh dear, it's in pieces. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice. Ah, I wonder... Perhaps the cannon was fired at it. Yes, probably something like that. But let's not delve too deeply here. I do love Susato. I love her... Oh, Moon Man. Yeah, you noticed we already called him the DreamWorks logo motherfucker. And Mac Tonight, is that the
Yeah.
reference? Yeah. I fucking love that Moon Man. Let's see. Let's look out the
Mr.
window.
Moon? Yeah? Tell us about the sky.
Amazing. This window looks out over Briar Road, where the young woman was attacked. Oh yes, I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road investigating the crime scene. The glass is rather murky, isn't it? You can't see very clearly. Does this thing open at all, I wonder?
I shouldn't underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, sir.
Sorry?
As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No Londoner would go opening windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you.
It seems very unlikely that these two could have seen anything of the incident then. Is this dessert for me, Tweets? Oh, look! What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleaming silver cake stand. Lined up? Looks more like somebody has half demolished them to me. Oh yeah, this place is... No, this is a damn bitch you live like this situation.
Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. Quite the English way.
I might have to turn your volume up just a tad. Okay.
It is Mr. Garadeb's custom to take 2 cakes with tea. Man, I can't eat anything sweet when I drink tea or coffee. It
Oh.
just it just makes it too bitter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm all about it, but I also, if I have hot tea, this is not my philosophy with iced tea, but if I have hot tea, I fucking go ham on on the sugar in a way that I don't go ham on cold tea. That sounds delightful. Oh, wait a minute though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand.
Well, naturally, it would never do to waste the leftovers. So whatever Mr. Garadeb doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joan, you shall have to tidy up.
How magnanimous of you.
Magnanimous?
Magnanimous. Magnanimous.
Nan?
Nan?
Magnan?
Magnan. Must.
Are
Yay!
you enjoying your phonics lesson?
I love how the fact that my little fucker goes up and down with glee. It makes it look like I'm learning my first alphabet lesson. Thank you for
Your
your
little fucker is just hooked on phonics.
hooked on
Remember
fucking
those?
hooked on. I fucking love phonics. I've investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. Oh, okay. Let's go back over here. Let's look at this cannon. Why does this cannon have an apron on it?
Why is there a cannon in the...
Oh,
Yeah.
I did. Oh, that too. That's a full-size cannon. What's it doing in here? Oh my, it's real. I thought it might be a replica.
That old thing? Ah, that's little more than a toy.
Sorry?
The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house.
Really? It isn't overkill?
Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy.
Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Garadeb?
Always is. Take Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Drives them over the barrel. They drive very well on the cannon there, Joan tells me. Which rather proves my point, I think.
What point? It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame. Okay, now let's actually talk to you. Hello, sir?
Good day to you. John Garadeb at your service.
John Garadeb.
I'm wondering if there's something fucked up on the right side of his face, or if this is really just like, hey, look at how much his head looks like a moon.
Look at him, he's Moon Man. We'll have to see. It could be both. Pleased to meet you, sir.
You see him on the right, and it's like that one Gravity Falls short.
Yes. Oh my god. I love that. He's being controlled by little men. Oh no. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Oh, someone has added me. Oh.
Ooh, excuse me, not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwans, don't you know? Now I can't be an adventurer. Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comers.
Okay, they gave you something else that's not your food. Sorry, it turns out I got the wrong food. I'm gonna come back up and go back up. Okay, I might have to go back out. That is inconvenient.
Alright.
We hate to see it. I'm like, I didn't even check my food. I just came back down here. Probably not the smartest thing to do. I did think it was a little much. I think someone else... Here's the situation I think is what happened. I saw someone else, like, pick up... Not one of the restaurant people, but someone else picked up a bag, which was probably my food, and took it to go up and pay for it. So, what we have here is one of those conundrums. I might have to go up and do that, huh? I'll have to go do that. I might actually end the stream here then, if that's gonna be the situation, but, is that cool with you? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, thank you for joining me. We'll learn more about the Moon Man. This fucked up moon boy. We'll learn about him next time. Thank you for joining me. Sorry, it's a food emergency. But have a good day. Goodbye.
See ya.